headline here, more than half of U.S. homes lost value in the past year. More than half of U.S. homes lost value in the past year. Just to reiterate that, the story says home values are falling for more than half of the nation, the biggest share in more than a decade, when the U.S. was still struggling to claw out of the Great Recession. As of October, 53% of homes in the country had lost value in the past year, according to Zillow data. Nationally, home price appreciation has been roughly flat, but that figure masks large regional disparities. Home prices are falling in much of the Southeast and parts of the West, while they're rising in many cities in the Midwest and Northeast. Ryan, right off the bat here, what do you make of the geographic disparity?
Yes. So you've got the Southeast and the West and also Texas, and the Southwest, like Phoenix, Las Vegas. So a couple of things going on. Florida has its own, I think, somewhat unique situation where it's basically anybody who's watching this from Florida can testify to this in the comments. It's getting extremely difficult to get insurance, and they're probably going to need some
So southern states like Florida have an insurance problem. California too. So these are usually because of natural disasters, right? So they have an ongoing issue. It's got nothing to do with politics. This is just fundamental stuff. If you don't live in those areas, I don't think you should worry that much. But the middle is also shedding a lot of jobs, especially white-collar jobs, blue-collar jobs. Jobs report came out today, positive, I think it's 114,000 jobs. But we lost 4,000 jobs last month. And I've seen this again. This is in my own practice. I'm seeing this, that my organization has not been hiring for the last 2 years. They've really stayed put. And we used to hire a lot of people, but now we're not doing that. So it's a lot of internal movements going around. And I feel that if you're on a job, this is when you want to perform your best. Make sure that you're very proactive, you're performing your best. And also save a little bit of money. Don't be taking a lot of vacations. Depending on your industry, I would recommend that you start gaining some exposure to machine learning and artificial intelligence.
A big hit to Lake County's economy. Grocery giant Kroger announced today it's going to close its automated facility in Groveland.
More than 1,000 people are employed there, and the impact is already being felt. West News' David Jones live outside the Kroger facility. And David, the company opened this just a few years ago.
They did. One county commissioner says in many ways today's news feels like a profit-driven betrayal, especially after Kroger opened this facility here just a few years ago, promising a large...
That's a very massive facility. And they only opened this a few years ago. Was it 2021 or 2022?
Scale investment and hiring in 2021. Now they're pulling out of Lake County, closing this distribution center along with two others in other parts of the country.
Now, Florida is a very difficult market for grocers because the climate is good. Some people grow their own food in their backyards. And also the Publix is the biggest retailer in the state. So there's a lot of competition for a company like Kroger to excel in Florida.
Took a tour of the facility back when it opened. It's become the county's 7th largest employer since opening. The Ocado company, which operates the robots inside the facility, was the 9th largest taxpayer in the county last year.
So this is the 7th largest in a county. Okay, this is Central Florida. Now, who do you think is going to lose these jobs? Okay, who do you think is going to lose these jobs? It's usually minorities. It's usually blacks and Hispanics. I know Florida has a lot more Hispanics, but it's going to be usually minorities. And these FBA guys are not spending a lot of their focus talking about things like this. The stuff that is actually going to affect how they live, they seem to have forgotten that. They are focusing on me and you and other immigrants that are doing different things that are not even connected to them.